and you sense the sacredness of that connection. And it will show in palpable results in what's happening in your life, in your day-to-day life. There will be a transformation and a change. So this sutra says that when the lower self is conquered, jitatmanaha, jita means victory. You have won over the disobedient lower self, which is of the nature of wandering attention, which is fickle and frivolous, which has no depth, which has no integrity. Now won over the demon, that's the real demon. And when tranquility has been attained, prashantasya. Prashantasya means profound tranquility, not ordinary silence. Shanti is silence or peace. Prashantasya is very profound, is deep kind of thing. In what situations are they talking about this profound tranquility? In heat and cold. That means there are metaphors here, heat and cold. That means in pleasure and in pain. In pleasure and in pain, in happiness and in suffering, and in honor and in dishonor. When the world flatters you and tells you you're very great and you're given a citation, and when the world kicks you and your name appears in the paper in bad light, that is dishonor. Then as you're passing through all this, if you're completely unruffled, if you're profoundly tranquil, then you're connected to the divine. That's the test. So as your name comes in the paper, then see whether you have the tranquility, you're undisturbed, you're unruffled. As you're going through, if you're getting very excited in pleasure and you're getting very depressed when there is pain, then you're not connected to the divine. If there is success, you become excited. If there is failure, you become depressed. Then you're not connected to the divine. You've got to have a profound equanimity, completely unruffled as you go through the highs and the lows of life. Then you're connected. You're connected to the Paramatma. Paramatma samahitaha. That means you're drawn infinitely close to him. Proof. Look for events in your life. Work it out. Look for events. Anybody remembers good, spectacular cases of proof that you have drawn very close to the Paramatma? There must be 10 or 15 cases in every life. If you are vigilant and observant, you must find them. Because at some point or other, Shakti cannot always be fickle and frivolous and mad. She has to be silent at some time or the other. And whenever she's silent, there's a connection taking place. And at that time, if you're fortunate, then something wonderful is going to happen. And in a lifetime, it may happen 3 or 4 times. Even for the so-called bad people. 3 or 4 times. So remember those incidents. Do research on those incidents to find out how this exactly happened. That's how you get it. So, look at the words in the yellow color. The Supreme Self is very, very proximate. For whom? The rest of the sentence. Only for those. Is this a useful sutra for us from the scripture to test our life, to test whether we are proximate to the Paramatma or not? It is indeed, of course. Of course. So that is why I'm saying you've got to study the scripture in order to test whether you are daydreaming or whether you're really on a path. Test it. So this is the theme. So has this mythic picture acquired more meaning now as we have gone deeply into it? More meaning? Good. Has this got more meaning? Sense of being? Some 10 people raised their hand, they caught it. That's it. Okay. So this is the salvation I was talking about. There is the part 1. And then, the caterpillar. That caterpillar on its way before it becomes the butterfly. It is a glutton. It goes on eating all the green leaves. And that is the sensual rampage in Artha and Kama. So sensuous gluttony in Artha and Kama, running after sense objects.